Good morning. How are you? It's Caroline from Complete Fitness and Wellbeing. Some realised I couldn't find my timer. We can't do anything about the timer because my counting is rubbish when I'm showing you 5 moves in 5 minutes. So hello, how are you? It's Friday. It's World Menopause Awareness Day. How's your week been? As midlife women, lots going on as always. So I hope you're able to carve out some time for you today and every day, whether it's to do some movement, some breathing, some relaxation. What do you need for your midlife and beyond? 5 moves I'm going to show you today are from our balance and strength class, which is something we all need at any age, I think, but specifically as we get older. Working on our balance, being aware of what our body can do, how it adapts, what it needs to do to help reduce the risk of maybe falls and things that could cause us, later life issues, fractures and bits and pieces too. So the 5 moves I'm going to show you today, 4 of the moves we do every week. 2 are part of our mobilizing and warming up. The other 2 are part of our set routines in terms of seeing how we progress with them. And then 1 move at the end, which is going to be a combination of a bit of balance and a bit of a flow. So using the body to get up and to get down. So I'm going to set the timer for 45 seconds, 15 seconds rest. And the first move, all we're doing is standing. You might want something close by to hold on to. So as always, please make sure you've got a clear, safe space. As balance is involved, do you need to have the wall close by to hold on to the back of a chair? And as always, you are only doing what is right for you and your health and fitness. If in doubt, leave it out. But we're going to stand, feet hip width apart, and I'm literally going to just start by swinging my leg. Now again, I'm on the floor. This could be done if you were standing on a bottom step or something. So you create a little bit more space between that foot and the floor. I'm just gently brushing the floor. But my leg is long and relaxed. My other leg is having to balance to work out to keep me upright. And I'm just aiming to create a bit of movement through that hip, bit of space forward and back. And a bit of balance too. So just visualizing that lengthening as that leg sort of drops down a little bit and then moves forward and back. As always, we work to our own range of motion. If this is an area that's a bit tight or doesn't feel comfy, you work to what is all right. We don't force anything. So we force it, that can make matters worse. Second move, bit of mobilization, I'm going to use my other leg now, is I'm going to take the leg across and out. It's a bit like a pendulum swing. So again, visualizing the top of that leg bone, getting some sideways movement. We've just done forward and back. Let's take it out to the side. And the same thing, my right foot now is having to balance. I can feel it working. That leg is stabilizing me as this other leg comes out to the side and back in again. Again, it hasn't got to be a big movement. The foot hasn't got to be off the floor. We could keep the foot on the floor and maybe just draw it across. So lots of variations. Trying to keep my hips fairly level, sort of forward facing. I'm not tilting too much one side or the other. Lovely. Again, just notice how do the tops of the legs feel, the hips, what's your mobility like? What's your balance like? Right, the next 2 that we do again every week, we're going to do our split stance positions. So my feet are hip width apart. I'm going to take a step back. My front leg is going to bend as I pretend to sprint off, but then I come back. So I'm coming forward, pausing, bringing myself back. So that sort of stop before I tumble forward or carry on. And again, opposite arm, opposite leg. So I can get some arm movement as well. Get some movement through the shoulders, a little bit of rib movement. I'm going to breathe in, exhale, come back. If I didn't want to come up onto my tiptoes, if my toes weren't comfortable, again, I'd want to look at the reasons why that is. I can keep my feet on the floor and still get that lean forward and back. So I'm still working the muscles of the leg in that stance. And again, it's what we're doing all the time, isn't it? We're walking, we're moving forward, we're having to stop and start. But it can feel very different when we just purely tune into that. And then same stance. We're going to do our tiptoe bend, lower, and then straighten. So I'm going to come up onto tiptoes, gently hinge my hips, bend the knees, lower my heels down, straighten. I'm going to bring my back leg in a little bit more because my calf is a bit tight. So to get my heels down, I might need to adjust that distance. So tiptoe, bend, lower, straighten. And again, I'm aiming to look straight ahead. Having that focal point can really help. lowering down, coming up, realising my calves really are quite tight, so I need to do a little bit of stretching or some foam rolling maybe later on those. Tiptoe, bend, lower, straighten. So again, working the toes, the ankles, the knees, the hips, working all the muscles in between. So it might not look much, but a lot is being worked. Now the last move, we're going to do a single leg deadlift. We're going to come up into a knee high and then go down into an inchworm, walk it back, come back up again. So I'm going to put the timer down for this one. So I'm going to take a step back, begin my hinge. Arms could be long, or I could bring my arms forward. As I exhale and come back up, I'm raising into a knee high. From here, feet down, gently hinging, softening the knees as I need to, reaching to the floor, walking myself out into my press-up plank position, and then walking myself back so I end up in a bit of a sort of squat. Maybe I can have a sort of sit and wiggle. And then from there, gently hinge back up again and slowly come back to standing. And then I'm going to repeat that with my other leg. So back into my single leg deadlift or hinge, again optional. And then I would come back down, safe by the bell, into that inchworm and back up again. So again, challenging the balance by taking the leg away, hinging, coming up, coming down, everything having to work to get us back up again. So a bit of a mixture of movements for you today. So let me know how you get on. How's your balance? Are you working on it? Are you working on it within the stuff you're doing? Because more than likely we are. Sometimes we just don't think about it. And sometimes we don't think about it until we need to think about our balance. When something happens, we go, okay. I would love to know how you're getting on. As always, drop me a message below and we can always arrange time for a chat if you want to come and join the classes or the membership or discuss any other services that Complete Fitness and Wellbeing offers. So on that note, have a super day, World Menopause Day. Look after yourself and have a great weekend. And I will see you on Monday for Cardio and Core, I believe. So take care and I'll see you then. Bye.